Hey guys, this is Press Any Button. We are back, not for a tutorial this time, but just kind of a recap of this series so far. So this has been the Run and Gun series, and we've been able to learn a couple of things. So starting off, we were able to get our player moving around and everything, and that was really good. We figured out how to have a state of our player being grounded versus not being grounded, so that they wouldn't have infinite hops or anything bootleg like that. We've also been able to figure out how to get our player shooting in multiple directions, and once we figured that out, it was a good time to add in some enemies. Our enemies have animations and they have health bars, and they are fully qualified in killing us if we let them. Our player also has a health bar that is shown at the bottom left part of the screen, and we've been able to work with tile maps to build a couple of terrains, just build a couple of platforms so far. What you're seeing right now is a little demonstration of what we've done so far. I haven't attached a health bar or any health script to my melee character, so I'm very aware that that is something that we're going to have to do in the future. And there's still definitely a lot more that we can get from this project. So let me just run through the demonstration just for a little bit of fun so we can see what's happening. Okay, so we have our ground check there. I didn't get the gizmos off, but I've got some springs for our melee character, and so this is pretty flipping scary having them chase us around. I got my upgrade there, and I just took out my patrolling ranged enemy there. What could we do to add a little bit more to our game? Well, there's just a little bit that we can do in today's session. It's going to be a very chill and relaxed session, to be honest, and that is to create a background, have some background elements for our game here. How are we going to do that? Well, we're just going to use the tiles as we've done before. So I'm going to go to grid over here, and then just under our grid we see that we have main ground. I'm going to right click and create another child of that. So we're going to go to 2D object and tile map, and then we're going to call this background. Okay, so we've got a background, and I'm going to set the order in layer to -1 so that both our character and our foreground elements are not going to be obscured by this background element. And then we're just going to paint a little bit. So I'll show you what this is meant to do. So you can see just there that that sits in the background of that, which is pretty nice. So it's only a slight thing that you can see there, but it's taking up the transparent spaces that we see here. So let's say I can set this to orange, and it can come out quite seamlessly. We don't have to do it where we can't see it. I'm just going to bring that all the way down like that. And then I can delete some bits here, delete some bits here. I can just keep doing this. And we can see that it sits behind our character there. So it's going to sit behind our player character also. What I should have done is actually made the soil for some of the background elements a little bit darker. So I should have had two variants of these things. I should have had a foreground variant where it's just this color, and then a background variant where it's more so a darker color. And yeah, this is the real strength of the tile maps here. I'm just creating, you know, this look, and it's really not taking that long. I'm just dragging and just painting away. Alright, so you get the picture. Let's see what that looks like when we actually play the game. Probably really confusing, it needs some work. But yeah, so as I said, our melee character, he's still able to beat us up and stuff like that. But we're not actually able to take him out ourselves. However, that's not what we're focusing on today. Today we're just focusing on that recap. So I hope you're satisfied with where we've got so far in this tutorial. To be honest, this hasn't been a full part in itself because we haven't really learned anything new except for making background tiles. But this has been Press Any Button. Okay guys, so this has been a Press Any Button series. If you have enjoyed what we've done so far, please leave a like, subscribe. Let us know how these tutorials have been helping you and what changes in the content I can make on this side to provide you lot with even more effective and useful tutorials. But until next time, everyone, press on and keep creating.